So I made it back out here. It's been about a week. Gave this spot a little break. This is a spot where I've seen some does. Saw them in the first video. The first footage I had was in this stand. We've had some cold snaps. We got some rain coming over the next few days. That's gonna drop the lows into the low 40s, high 30s. And it's gonna be timing up perfectly with muzzleloader season. Bow season's still in here, obviously, so. I just checked my camera, and I could not be more excited. The buck I thought got shot the opening weekend of bow season. He's still here. So he was in here Saturday night at about 6:15, which is plenty of shooting light. That's a buck I've been after since about June. I call them Showtime. Why I call them Showtime, I have no idea, but I just know when he shows up, it's gonna be showtime. But the wind is not really in my favor right now. This spot, it's kind of on the lower end of a ridge. I got the property line back behind me, but it's as far down the property line I can go, so the wind's right in my face. It's coming out of the south. But it's a beautiful afternoon. Got a little bit of an overcast. The wind, it's gusting at times, but it's not too bad. I wouldn't mind a little wind just to kind of get my scent out of here a little bit. But the leaves are finally starting to change. You can open up the woods a little bit. You can see a lot further than what you used to a couple weeks ago. Acorns are starting to drop. Deer are starting to change their patterns of food. More towards like the acres in the woods, more versus like the fields in the early season. I didn't know what I was getting into. I ended up counting 7 or 8 doe, and they came in right on top of me. I didn't know what I was getting into. But what's crazy is I'm sitting there filming, and I have like 3 hours left on my battery, it shows, and all of a sudden my camera just goes blank. So I'm having to move as slow as I possibly can, because I got 7 pairs of eyes looking at me, or 8, or whatever it was. It's crazy. But I knew I only had a matter of time, because as you can see, the sun is right in my face. And I'm on the bottom of this ridge, and the sun peaks up on top of the ridge about this time, so I knew I couldn't move much. But it's October 15th. October 16th. It's opening weekend of muzzleloader season. I've already heard a couple of shots. But it's super nice. It's about 40 right now. Wind's not too bad. So, get to see some action this morning. I know that. Afternoon of October 16th. It is an awesome afternoon. I don't see much wind right now. It's back up in the high 60s, which isn't bad at all. absolutely put the smack down on a nice one down there in southeast Oklahoma today. I'm sure by the time this video drops, y'all have already seen that one, but absolute stud. I know he's been after that thing for the last at least year or so. So we are out here this afternoon. I am up here in northwest Arkansas, and I am after a buck that I have named Showtime. I know it's time to go, so I'm hoping he shows up today. I had 8 different doe coming on me this morning within about 25 yards, and I cannot believe that there was not a buck with it. But it's the way it goes sometimes. It's opening day muzzleloader as well. I've seen a couple black powdered bucks shot down, a couple nice ones. But yeah, it's a little warm compared to this morning, but it's supposed to get down to like I think the high 30s tonight, which will be the lowest it's been in probably since April of this year. So. I just shot the biggest buck of my life so far. I just watched the footage. I shot a little high, which I don't get because he's 21 yards and I had my marker on 22. Oh my God, dude. Oh, I feel pretty confident that he's gonna die somewhere. He's a little high. He's not spined. Don't know where the arrow's at. My knock did not go off. He came in to my left. I had 3 does behind me. They came coming in. And this guy just comes strolling in about 45 yards, just walking down this path, just picture perfect. He comes to my feed about 25 yards from me, looks right at me as I'm about to pull back, gets a little spooked, runs off, right back to where he came from. Comes right back here and just smoked him at 22 yards. Let's go. Just praying for a good blood trail. Man, oh man, I hope I got him. I cannot tell you how happy I am to wrap my hands on this thing. I've had this thing on camera since June. So I got this one named, I don't know why I named him Showtime, but he is a mainframe 8 and he is almost as symmetrical as it gets. Got some G2s here that I love seeing on camera. Like I said, I've seen him since June. Man, it just feels good to be on the board now. So we got them tagged out. We're gonna clean them up. So appreciate y'all sticking with us. What are we doing, boy?
Hauling him.
Got my personal guide here.
He's a big boy.
Come on.
Come on. Oh, man. Let's go.